From your local election headquarters tonight, our Emerson College NBC4 election poll revealed information which some might call surprising about the influence of former President Donald Trump.
The scientific poll of 445 voters throughout the far-flung 15th Congressional District comes ahead of the race between Democrat Allison Russo and Republican Mike Carey to replace Steve Stivers on Capitol Hill. Colleen Marshall is here now to tell us more about the Trump factor. Colleen?
Well, Mike Carey is the Trump-endorsed candidate, and many in the GOP say that's the reason he pulled in the most votes in the crowded Republican primary back in August. So the Emerson College poll included questions related to the Trump influence. The former president continues to push what Democrats are calling the big lie, falsely claiming Joe Biden did not win the election. Now, our poll therefore asked, thinking about the circumstances surrounding last year's presidential election, which of the following describes your view of whether President Biden is a legitimate president? 58.1% said, I accept him as the legitimate president. 41.9% said, I don't accept him as the legitimate president. When asked, should President Trump run again in 2024, 41.9% said yes, but 46.9% said no, and 11%, about 11%, unsure, had no opinion. The poll also asked, does President Trump's endorsement of Mike Carey make you more or less likely to support him? 39.1% said more likely, but 40.8% said less likely, and 20% said that didn't make any difference. Now, we talked to voters about all of this.
I don't want to speak for conservative voters, but I think there's quite a few that want Trump and want everything Trump.
Donald Trump had some really good policies, but the way that he carried himself with all of his mean tweets and so on turned a lot of people off.
And each day, as we roll out poll results, we give each congressional candidate the opportunity to respond on camera or with a statement. So far, Mike Carey has done neither, but we did get a statement from his spokesman saying Mike Carey is proud to have broad support for his candidacy, including the endorsements of President Trump, the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 9, NFIB, Ohio Farm Bureau, and most importantly, working Ohio families who are struggling with higher prices and lower wages brought on by the failed Biden-Pelosi agenda that our opponent supports. Now, Democrat Allison Russo said she believes those who still question the legitimacy of the Biden presidency do so because Republicans continue to push the false claims that the election was stolen. And as for the Trump influence,
I think speaks to the debate that within the Republican Party that they're having amongst themselves about the influence of President Trump and whether or not he is truly the future of that party. Let's not forget that 2/3 of Republican voters in that primary voted against Mike Carey, my opponent. So, you know, I think it will remain to be seen again and how much the Trump endorsement influences turnout when he is not on the ballot, and certainly influences the candidates that he supports, which there's been question about that even in other states.